Oh, it's good to be back. I took a couple of days off there and I had the most mega FOMO in history watching some of these candles ripping while dominance was just absolutely dropping on that weekly. We lost that weekly level. It was major for these altcoins and they ripped, and it was hard not to have FOMO. You know, you try and take some time off on Christmas and this is what they do to you. So I'm coming to you guys from not my office and not my mom's basement, but I am in front of the ocean here, as you can see behind me. So we might have some signal issues and things like that, but we're going to go strong and we're going to go hard here. So today, what I'm going to bring you guys is a Sol long that I've just taken. I've just taken a Litecoin long as well. I've got Simon in the back looking at some Lux algo for me. He's going to tell me if I'm crazy or not, if those are going to work. Then are we looking at ETH? We're looking at I'm looking at BSV, which has been pumping. We're looking at Cake. There's news on Cake. And then we're going to do an update on BONK, because maybe it's time for BONK to bounce as well, guys. So a lot to talk about today. Let's get right into it. And let's see who's still around in the chats here. Who's trading on the holidays? What's going on, guys? Was it hard not looking at your phones during Christmas and things like that? Were you guys trading? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are doing. I see there were some of those meme coin traders also. Those things were ripping from last week, and now they've taken a bit of a breather. So let me know in the chats what you guys are up to and what you are trading. It has been a tricky time when these candles have been pumping like this. Right. So let's get right into this BTC and see where we are and what is actually going on right now. So here's our 2-hour play that I like to look at, and you can see we've just dipped into this right now. We've hit our 618 currently and horizontal on BTC. So a key level for me right now is this 42,500 that I'm watching right now for BTC. That's got to tie in nicely, and then slightly lower down at 42K. I still have another visit potentially here at the 618 level. So 42.5, 42K, and then lower down 40,000. I'm going to show you how this lower level ties into this liquidation heat map. You can see here, these are the daily liquidations, and we right all the way down to this 42K level. You can see this orange cluster here, the 100x, 50x leverage. Anything down to 42 might be a nice little region for them to come and sweep quickly. And higher up, you can see we currently have more shorts in play than long. So maybe they're going to surprise us and send us higher. And you can see the upper level here, we're looking at 44,400 and up to 45,400. So these are some big areas we need to watch currently at the moment. So 618 for me in play right now. Let's see how things play out during this session here. I have taken a long on Solana based on this current 618 situation with BTC and the current dominance. So we're going to see how that's going to play out shortly as well. Bigger picture stuff. If you were only trading BTC over the last 4 or 5 days, literally nothing has changed. If you were an altcoin trader, well, you've had the time of your lives over the last couple of days. But BTC, you can see we don't have much else happening here. We're still playing this little flag over here, and it looks like it's teeing us up perfectly for this announcement that's coming on the 8th of January or the 10th of January, what we're looking at there. So if we do get the news or not, I think we're going to have some kind of push into this 618 region, which is still roughly 48,000 that I'm looking at. And then, like I was saying last week to Kyle, some kind of pump into that region. And then I think we're coming back and we're going to start buying BTC at 37K again. So that is my plan. That is how I'm looking at things currently. And yeah, we'll keep you guys posted as we go. And I do have to update you guys. My options that I took last week, they are starting to play out. So I'm going to take you guys through those shortly. One more thing, altcoin season. This is the tracker, and they're telling us we're nearly there. So we're at 69% now for the altcoin season index, and we are pushing into the hot zone. So maybe we are going to get this altcoin season that we've been looking for, but the signs are definitely here. If you take a look at this dominance on the weekly, we've lost this major dominance trend that was a rising trend here all the way up, and we finally lost it. So this has unleashed these altcoins. So all these news you've seen were based on this dominance dropping here, and now 618 support on the dominance. We've got 200-day MA support, maybe telling us that we're going to get a dominance bounce here temporarily. But what I would like to see here, if we do get a bounce, I just want to see this rejection again, because my target is going to be this 49% region. That is what we're looking for. So another potential big move coming, and maybe it's going to play out before the 10th of January. Okay, let's get into a comparison for you. I've got the Solana versus Ethereum chart. And one of our members at Sniper Club actually brought this up yesterday during one of our live sessions. And he was talking to us as Sol was pushing into this region, looking for this rejection. And quite interesting here. So we've seen Solana performing really well against ETH, and it banged straight into a major weekly region. This is the weekly chart. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches here on the weekly. So we know that this is a major weekly zone for the Solana ETH pairing and mega rejection in play. And right now I'm looking for more downside on Solana versus Ethereum. So I'm watching this 382 region and this horizontal, and that's showing at the moment in the charts. We've seen Solana bleeding and we've seen ETH pumping. So let's take a look at the current Sol chart. And this is the bigger picture Sol, and you can see how this is rejected as well. This is the Sol USD pairing, and it has rejected quite nicely, and that's tied up really nicely with this ETH rejection. But what we can see is Sol banged our first target. We were looking at this one last week. We were looking at this 88 level. Then we were talking 115, which is ticked off the box. And now we've still got 140 that I still want to see for Solana. So we're not, Solana's not over. I just think it does need some kind of breather. But in the interim, I have taken a long on Sol, and I'm going to show you this little chart that I've been playing with. It's the 4-hour Solana chart, and it just looked too good to me to not have a go at this one. So you can see what's going on here. I've got some horizontals tying in. I've got a 382, and I've got this rising trend. And for me, it was just talking to me saying there is potentially something going on here. So I've brought Simon in as well. So he's going to, when he's ready, he's going to join us, and he's going to talk to us and tell us what Lux is saying about Sol. But in the interim, I have jumped into a position here, and he's going to tell us if this is confirmed or not. What I do like about this as well is this very oversold 4-hour stochastic. So we had this mega Sol pump. Now the stochastic has had a chance to reset, and maybe in the interim, we are going to get some short-term move here, even if it's just to the 618, which is roughly about a 16% move. So if we just pull our fibs here from the high to the low, we can look at the 618 as a potential target. So potential target here for Sol, another visit to 115 if this region holds. And my stop currently is under this candle. So I'm going to be exiting. If we close under this existing 4-hour candle, I'm going to start cutting this this potential Sol position. But what I'm looking for here, best case, is a push up here, break through this trend, retest, and then fire off. Worst case, maybe a little rejection, pullback, double bottom for me, and then the real move up to that region. So that is how I'm playing this coming at the moment. I've just seen CM Thomas saying GRT breakout coming soon. He's talking about a possible 2x there on GRT. Tom Aroni says Dill likes to play with fire. What's happening, bro? Let's see what else you guys have got here in the chats. Crypto Nympho says Dylan finally called Velo. Yeah, we spoke about that last week. And how was that Metis long? I see that Metis that Carl and I were talking about last week. Vitalik's mom's coin went up something like 150%. Maybe we need to do a little update on that one. Let's see what else we got here. Beam, that's another interesting one. 𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗆 says Sol is going to 0 basically. So I'm not sure why he thinks Sol's going to 0. Well, let's see how that goes for you there. Okay, let's look at ETH at the moment. Let's see where we are. And as you can see, this is the ETH 3-day chart, so showing a little bit more strength than Solana at the moment. And ETH is still on track for my target. I'm still looking at this 2.5 region. It's a little bit boring, this ETH play at the moment, and especially if this is your only trade on the table. But this 2.5 to 2.6 region is still my target for ETH. And if you really want to dial in, you can. There are potential entries on ETH. So what you can do is you can switch to the 1 hour, and you can look for these trend breaks. You can look for these retests, because they are happening here. It's just a very slow move of this Ethereum. So what you can do, if you are, or if you're not in an ETH position and you are looking for something, you can start pulling out the scalper vibes here. And let's see what we get here. So look at this nice 618 and horizontal. So that looks like a solid zone for me. For ETH, 2270, that's a hot area. And let's see where our 382 is sitting at the moment. Okay, look at that. So here's another potential area. Look at that. Wow, nice horizontal, 382, and some horizontal action there. So current levels for ETH, 2340, and then 2280. Those are the two hot zones for ETH for the scalpers out there. And if you're zooming out, bigger picture stuff, you've got a lot of time. And not much really happening here. Major support for me on ETH, 2130. That's still our main support level, especially for the low lev and spot guys. That's a big area for me. For the scalpers, obviously, if you're trading leverage and things like that, you've got to watch your entries, you've got to watch your levels a little bit tighter than that. Joey wants to look at STX. Guys, I got a lot for you here. I got a lot to get through. But I want to do as much of your charts as possible. There is Pyth as well. Okay. Okay, so let's go 𝗧, because this has been the flavor of the month. They rotated into this. For those of you that saw me on Twitter, I had this mega 𝗧trade that I sat in for ages and ages and ages, eventually ripped, and I got to about 650% on this thing. And I'm wondering if there's more juice in the tank. So what I've done here, this is the 𝗧 12-hour chart. So for anyone who is trading 𝗧 at the moment, your big areas right now for 𝗧, if you think this move is going to continue, we are looking for some kind of consolidation in this region here. Support-wise, I'm looking at the 0.42 level. You can see how that ties in. We've got horizontals on the 12-hour and the 382. So it would be lovely if we could see some kind of flag forming here, and then that continuation, and then that push higher, and then backup levels lower down. I've got 0.34. Don't really want to go there. That's going to put me in quite a bad mood, actually. But yeah, I'd like to see some kind of bounce at 0.42. And then the scalpers, I have prepped a little chart for you. So here we are at the moment. This is the 𝗧 picture on the 1 hour. And you can see this 0.42 level is a hot zone for me. And on the 1 hour scalper levels, you can see what we've got here. This was a lot of resistance here. They flipped it and they've turned it into support. And what I've got now is a 618, and I've got a rising trend for you. So this area here, this 42 region, is starting to look like a very hot zone for me for potential 𝗧 continuation. And look, that's the bullish plan. That is what I'm looking for. If it's not going to happen, we're going to lose this trend, and then things are going to turn a little bit more bearish on 𝗧, and that's how we're going to get that 34 level that I was talking about on this previous chart. So that 34 level, there's a lot of work to do here for 𝗧. It's got to lose a trend, it's got to bounce, it's got to reject. A lot of work to do for it to drop to this 0.34 region. So not really something I want to see, because I want to be long and strong on a lot of these alts, at least until this announcement coming in early January. So that is my plan currently. So we are looking for bounces here. I see looking for updates on 𝗁. Look, 𝗁's still going. We're looking for updates on AVAX. Yeah, there's a lot we can cover. 𝗕, Usman's looking for 𝗕. Let's see, Simon, are you in the back there? How are you looking? Are you ready? Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from Simon. So Simon, he's going to look at SOL for us. Please, can you also look at BONK, Simon? Can you start prepping BONK? Because I'm looking at this BONK thing. Right, let's look at BSV. So BSV, we know what happens. These Koreans, they like to pump their coins, and they've got a 65% pump on Upbit, and it seems to be the flavor of the week at the moment. So BSV, if this thing is going to continue, oh, look at this. Okay, so if this was going to continue, I had this set up here for you guys, but they've reversed it now dramatically in the last 1 hour. So I had a 1 hour chart set up for you guys, and it was pushing, but they've reversed it now quite quickly. So this is what I'm looking at here. BSV, I'm looking at a double top here, potentially now. So what we were seeing, I was looking at something like that for you guys, but now they have reversed it. What I want to say here is BSV is still holding this trend and holding this horizontal. So if you are interested in this one at the moment, you need to look at this current level that it's pushing into right now. This is the moment, 85 on the button. This is where you need to be. So if it's going to bounce, this is where it needs to happen. This is our trend. We're looking for this move higher now. So if we do lose this trend, we're going to be looking for this rejection here, and then things are going to turn a little bit bearish on BSV. But what I do like right now is this 85 level. If this move is going to continue, this is where you are for BSV. It's 85. It's now or never. It's the 236. It's a rising trend, and it's these horizontals. So let's see how that goes, and let's just zoom out, bigger picture BSV. And my actual bigger target for BSV is the 200-week MA. So if we zoom out, you can see we've got a lot of work to do here for BSV. So, but I like this 200-week MA sitting here at 113. So that is my upside target of where I'd like to see BSV go. So let's just highlight this region here. Okay, so 200-week MA is still where I want to go. We could potentially have some kind of pullback here, but it's looking quite bullish at the moment. These are the areas now, resistance zones, 100 and 113. So those are my current BSV targets. Let's see what else we got here. Sniper Paul's looking for ADA. Look, guys, I'm liking these. These older coins again, and I know we were talking about it in the tile, and Sheldon and I have been going on about this thing. But you know, BSV is one of these, and BCH is another one of these older coins. And those of you that took this trade, I mean, I've spoken about this trade for a couple of weeks now, maybe a month or two. We've been talking about this BCH trade, and it's finally running for us. Sometimes you just need a little bit of patience, but this BCH trade is a 500% trade. And look, it's teed off already, so now it's gone. Those of you that have missed this BCH trade, what I wanted to give you was a potential second bite at the cherry now. So if you weren't happy with BCH before, maybe it's something you need to start looking at right now. So what I want to give you is a potential pullback zone here for BCH. This is the 382 that I'm looking at 257. And my next level of support here is 243. So ideally what you want to see now, we've had this break of trend, we've broken through some resistance. If we do get a pullback, this is the most bullish one for me. I want to see this trend and 382 retest. So anywhere around 250 to 255 is where I want to see it for BCH. And then this thing, I think this thing could churn. I think you know, I think it's been very delayed, it's been very laggy versus some of these other tokens. And we know, if you were in the last BCH pump, look at these candles here from June. Look at the pump that they gave us in June. And there's no reason I can see why they're not going to do it again, even leading up to it. And that is exactly why I took this option on Coincall. So for those of you that aren't on Coincall, if you jump into the link in the description, there's an exclusive offer right now on Coincall. It's a trading exchange. You can trade futures and you can trade options. I've been playing around with some options here on Coincall. If you use the link in the description, they are giving you a half ETH position. You got to do a couple of things they want. There's a tweet and a Telegram group and things like that. But if you join it, they're going to give you a half a ETH position there for an option. And yeah, that's a nice benefit of joining Coincall. And these are my options that I set up last week. And let's just update and see where we are. So currently, I said ETH by September 2024, I was looking for $4,000. ETH by September 2024, I was looking at 5.5. So these are my top two options that I've taken out. Then I've got this free position that they gave me. Which was this? Yeah, no, so the free position they gave me was the September 24 ETH. Then I've got a file long or file call option that I said file was 7.7 by tomorrow. So I'm waiting for file to pop. Under a little bit of pressure there, you can see that one is currently negative. My BCH option that I said by the 5th of January 2024 was going to be 270. You can see this one is 504% up. It's $500 up. And I took this option, when was it? On Thursday. So that was my target. So we're about to close out here. Hopefully we're going to get a bigger move from BCH. I'd like to see above 300, obviously, but this option is cooking now. So that's 500% up. Litecoin, I was saying by the 5th of January, I wanted 78. Litecoin is in that region now. So you can see this one is 85% up. And then my final option here, this BTC long, Carl and I, we said $140,000 by September 24, a little bit bullish. But I see there's a problem here with the size. So we're going to have to increase that size a little bit. It's the smallest one. But our target here was $140,000 by September 2024. Tell me what you guys are thinking about that. Are we on track here? Are we a little bit low? Are we shooting a bit low, or should I be looking at about $200,000? Simon, what are you thinking there? Let me put Simon up here. I know he's a bull. 140. You're muted. I can't hear you. Wait,
I was just saying bullish. Can you hear me?
Do you like 140,000?
Yeah, I think that's probably no. I think 200's a bit high at that point. I think 140 to 160 would be amazing.
Okay, so look, Carl and I said 140,000 by September. So anyway, look, I'm having a lot of fun on this Coincall. Have you tried Coincall yet? Did you get your position? I
got the free position, and it was going absolutely perfectly until about 20 minutes before the option closed out, and then I lost. It's almost like they're watching me again.
Yeah, of course they're watching. Okay, so look, but this is my first dabble at Coincall options. But yeah, it seems to be going well so far. But a lot can happen between now and the 5th of Jan. But my best performer is this BCH. So it's 500% up, and who knows? If BCH pumps to 350. I think we're going to make some money on this Coincall option. So guys, have a look at Coincall, having a bit of fun here. Joy really wants stacks. He's shouting at me. Okay, let's. My next one I got Cake. Okay, so Cake Swap. Another one, there's some bullish news on cake. As you can see floating around, they are talking about reducing the maximum supply on cake. And I never thought I'd be trading cake again. I thought it was an absolute shit coin. I thought BNB was done. I thought everything was over. And now they're talking about cake, and it's back and it's alive again. So this is cake on the weekly that I'm looking at for you guys. We do have an upside target here of 5 for cake, but how do you get there? If you didn't take this long, how do you get involved? So here's a little setup for you for the scalpers. I've got a 1 hour chart for you, and you can see it's drifting down. We've broken trend, drifting down nicely, and there's a potential long brewing here for cake. If this move's going to continue and we're still bullish, you're looking at about 3.6. There's a potential long here that I've got. Okay, so you're looking at something along these lines for cake, and our target is 5. So let's see if we can get that one. Upside, let's I'm running out of screen here. Okay, so roughly about 40%. There's a potential 40% play on cake. Scalpers, this is where you're looking. If it's going to stay bullish, you don't want to, I mean, if you're going to stay bullish on the 1 hour, we're looking at about a 2% stop and potential massive upside here of about 18 to 1. So just zooming out, if if people jump in and they like this, and we've seen a lot of these tokens pump, you could get a nice little move here. So definitely something you want to maybe have a stab at, have a look at, is cake. And then backup levels, if it doesn't bounce here at 3.6, your backup area 3.32, that is your next level, and then you're jumping ship after that. I'd say if we lose this guy, then I'd say the party's over for cake, and we are reassessing everything really, if we get that low. The challenge channel says Sol is king. Okay, yes. Talk to me about Lux. Talk to me about Litecoin. Talk to me about Litecoin first. I've taken a Litecoin long on this pullback. I'll tell you why I did it. Horizontal, 12 hours, 382 and 200-day MA.
Yeah.
And my conviction that these dino coins are going to pump.
Old coins, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. What is Lux telling us about Litecoin?
Give me a second, mate. I haven't charted that one yet. I'll just pull it up real quick. Hold on a sec. LTC. I haven't even got that saved on my list anymore.
No, is it that old that you don't even watch it anymore?
It's that, mate. It's that much of an old coin. It's all right. I'm bringing it up right now. What time frame are you on?
So this is the 12 hour, and my target was 77 by the 5th of January. I see they've hit it early, but I think we can go bigger. Yeah, I was just looking at the 8 hour real quick. We're hit a local top according to Lux Algo. Is my screen on? I'm going to pull your screen up. So my upside target for this move is 101. That is what I'm looking for. So a little bit of up, down in between, but I'm looking for 101. That's really where I want to be.
All right, cool. Am I up, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, at the minute, look at Litecoin on the 8 hour. We've obviously got RSI is obviously really quite high. Oh, I can't quite see that. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. So we've obviously got 2 really high points with the RSI. We've obviously got a long in play. Now, there hasn't been a take profit that's come yet. So if we just go back to the previous trades, you can see that from previous longs, you've got 1x. From a previous long here, you've got 1x. So from this long, you'd expect to get an X somewhere. So what I think might happen is we might get a bit of this, and then the X will print. And then I think probably you'll get that. And then maybe just the time for the RSIs to reset. What was your time frame for 100? Was it 101?
Look, I've got that option on Coincall, so I'm looking for, I want to see 101 quite soon, actually.
That's going back to this level here, right?
Yeah. Look, for me, I'm long and strong. Okay. I'm long and strong everything until this announcement. Then we see what happens after that. So what is that? 8th of January, 10th of January. I think that's where we need to be up until that point. So
it kind of strikes me that you might see this trend line again before the bounce.
Okay, where's your low on that?
I haven't drawn it. I've just drawn it while I'm talking to you. Hold on a sec. Somewhere, if we exclude that 1 wick, hang on. Somewhere in the region of, you're talking this, where are we? Somewhere in the region of 72, 80, 73, something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's a 618. Not the worst. Okay, so look, my trade currently it's a scalp trade. It's a bounce trade off these horizontals and the 382. Okay, if we're going to that 618, I'm bailing and I'm reassessing at 72. It's a new entry for me. You know, right now I'm in here at about 70, 74, 75. I'm in this long. So that is how I'm playing it. If we lose that 382 in those horizontals, I'm jumping out. Cool. Okay, let's talk to me about Sol, because I know you prepped Sol as well.
Yeah. Okay, Solana. Right. So obviously I drew my fib. I'm on the 4 hour right now. We kind of ping that 786. The thing is, at the minute, the RSIs, they're actually not quite done by the looks of it. If we just kind of make it so we can see everything. Here we go. Sorry, I'm running out of screen. I need a second screen. There we go. So obviously at this point, what we're looking for is one of these. We're looking for the RSI to kind of bottom out somewhere below this 60 line and then to start making its way up. And then 𝗧𝗚𝗚𝗢, it's exactly the same. We're down at 21, 22, which is pretty low, but it hasn't got to the point now where it's made the V or where it's kind of rounded off yet. So there might just be another ping of this 786. But to me, we are looking like, let me just put everything back real quick. We're looking like we're getting quite low. So it will change, it will turn rather, I think probably quite soon. I think we might see another ping of this first. But I'd hope that this will be our springboard to make a move.
So I think you might have missed this. You were out, but this is my second look. My best players, we bounce here and we just rip. Okay. My second view is, you know, we've got this 4 hours reset on the stochastic. 4 hours reset. We know the 8 hours reset. We know the 12 hour is almost reset. Okay, and the daily is coming down. Okay, so the daily's nearly there. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is a double bottom play. So just like you're saying, we ping it twice. So maybe we've got this bounce here, little rejection, they come again, then we go. So that is my strategy for Sol. And then next level is 90. I mean, fuck, that's a big move. You know? It's another 10 if they're going to send us lower. But okay, so I like it.
But also that'll be a full retrace of the fib as well, which I don't actually like that when I'm bullish. I don't like it to come all the way back down to zero. I like to kind of use the 786 as the most.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so those of you that are tracking Sol, that want a piece of Sol but you're unsure, okay, so this is how you can play it. So you've got this downtrend. As you can see, we've got a downtrend in place. So you can play the safe game. Okay, you can either wait for a trend break and retest, okay, or you can nibble at these areas on a downtrend. This is applicable to all of these altcoins. When they're in their downtrends, you can nibble at these little areas, and then once they take, you know, then the trade is away and you can start adding. So I like to nibble when I get to these horizontals. I like to have a go, and then I like to add, especially if the market's bullish. I like to add on these trend breaks and retests. So that is how I play the game. And look, that's how I'm looking at the Sol position. If we lose this and we start closing lower, I'm probably just going to cut. I'm going to wait, see what happens down here at 90. It's a big move. If you're trading leverage, 10% is a massive move. So
yes, yeah. Definitely. Don't want to get caught out with that, really, do we?
No, I've got another one here. I've got where am I? Phantom. Okay, so Phantom is another one. You've also looked at Phantom. Phantom's been cooking. So I think Phantom could be ready potentially for a little top up here, or potential bounce. What I've got, 382, I've got the old 618, and I've got some horizontals here. We've had a nice pullback. Let me know what you're looking at there.
Yep. Do you want to put my screen up? I can't see. Is it up?
You're up. Yeah.
Cool. So I've got the same thing. I drew a fib. I've got this level. I think you had 458. Mine's 4585. To get this sort of bounce, I basically want to see this come down to kind of somewhere down at this point before making the same move. And then again here, we're up at 30. So I'd like to see a bit of a pull down first. So probably what we'll get is we should ping this line, I reckon. And that will give these two RSIs a chance to come down. The cash flow wave needs to reset. The momentum wave needs to reset. And we have still got, if I just make this one big, on 𝗧𝗚𝗚𝗢, we've got this sort of green cash wave, as it were. We are still facing downwards, so it hasn't reversed yet like this. So I would anticipate that we might just touch the 618 again, or touch the 618 at all, rather, before we get our bounce.
So look, I've got 0.45 to 0.46 as a nice little basket area where we can jump into this. Does that tie in with what you're looking at?
4585, bang in the middle.
Okay, so 45 to 46, Phantom, nice juicy little zone. Horizontals, fibs, 𝗏𝗏 talking something there to us as well. Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, so 𝗏𝗏 is a indicator. It's a package indicator. It's there's a link in the description. There's what's it, 30% off 𝗏𝗏?
So at the minute, hang on, there's actually an extra package now. Guys, when you search for 𝗏𝗏, don't obviously click sponsored links. Always click the first link that isn't sponsored, because they can be dodgy links. So at the minute, you've actually got a third package available. If you want to trade like we trade, you're looking at the premium package. There's 25% off. Obviously, our link is unique. And also, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, which means at day 29, you can go, thank you very much, I'll take my refund, which is quite handy.
So it's basically free. Use it for free. If you don't like it, send it back. Okay, so there's a link in the description, guys, 25% off. We use it as confluence for our trades. It's not, well, look, Simon uses it a lot for some of his own trades. He's also using 𝗖𝗵𝘆𝗀. I use it as confluence for my stuff. You guys know what I like. I like the fibs, the horizontals, the trends, all those type of things. And then if 𝗏𝗏 comes and starts talking to me as well, then I get very excited. So yeah, that's how we play it. Let's see, Heath is saying, what's up? Heath is sitting in Scotland. What's happening? What's happening out of Scotland? I like his profile picture. That's that meme. Clotho. Johannes says, Filecoin is Sheldon's heavy bet. Guys, we must look at this Filecoin. I know this Filecoin can pump. What have you got in front of you there? What is this chart?
I've got BONK. You said to bring BONK up.
Yes. Okay.
Look at this for a move. Tell us about your move, Bill.
Okay, I want to be long BONK. I really want to be long BONK, and I don't want to be married to it. Let me show you my chart first.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know the story with BONK. We had a mega hype, so much news. They were airdropping BONK into the cell phones. People were buying these cell phones. They were paying a premium for the phones so they could get the BONK, sell the BONK. I mean, it was an absolute mess. But anyway, they were driving the price up. So what I was looking at yesterday, I was playing around in a BONK position here in this region. I like this area, and I've now exited. We lost the zone. The candle closed, and I exited last night. Okay, so I'm out of BONK currently. I know this thing's going to reverse. I did have a sneaky look at Lux, and it did say there was something going to happen there. But for me, what I look at, I can't enter this thing until I get my levels, and it's got to be, for me, multiple zeros here, 9, 6. Okay, I want to visit this region first. Okay, you can see why. That's the 50-day MA and some horizontals. Or I'm going to play BONK, just a classic trend break play now. Okay, I've been stopped out once here on BONK. So those are my options. I'm not going to jump in here now. It's under one of my key areas. So tell me what Lux is telling me.
Okay. You got my screen there?
Yeah, you good?
Cool. Mate, so at this point, this is what I was talking to you about last night. So market 𝗖𝗵𝗆𝗍, I said to you last night, was getting very confused. Green, red, green, red, green. But what's interesting to me is that even though we've had this kind of low period where it's been essentially making its mind up, what I'm thinking is we might have found some sort of bottom here, famous last words, because we've got a green, we've got a green, we've got a green, we've got another sort of indicator there. Cash flow is now reversing to the upside, and that's just the indicators. If we look up here, this was the short. There's your TP1, there's your TP2. If I just get rid of that for a second.
Yeah.
Well, look, check this out. This is what's interesting. So this candle, you know what I'm going to say, Dill, obviously. This here is of great interest to me. It looks like it's pinged the area where you've got all of these sort of resistance. It's acting as support. It may well just use this and this and this and this to maybe bounce off. So I know that you close somewhere at this point. Looking at this short, mate, this short looks done.
There's no new shorts. There's maybe shorts on strength. There's shorts on a bounce now. But yeah, okay.
It looks like it's ready to go long. I mean, everything is saying go long, but is it still meme season? You know, and I suppose the other thing, the other thing, mate, is this. Look, I mean, we've had a perfect sort of move there, a move there. We had a huge move there. Now we've actually come down into the green zone. We're in the green zone. So what really should happen is we should get the next bounce.
Look, meme season or not, this thing's due for some kind of bounce, right?
The chart's saying now.
Bounce, but it's due for something.
This is your short, and it looks like it's done. So, you know.
So, guys, here's the play. Here's the plan. Okay. For me, it's not on my levels. Okay. Lux is saying reversal coming. If you've got patience, spot, low leverage, maybe you can ladder into something. My play is I'm going to wait for this trend break, and we're going to play this break of trend, retest vibes, and then I think we're going to get a move. So right now, for the way I like to play the horizontals, you can see I've lost my level. So I'm going to wait for that. I want to see something along those lines, and then we can jump into bonk for me. But the signs are there. The signs are there basically telling us, put it on your watch list. Okay, whether you like memes or not, put it on your watch list.
I'm going to add one tiny thing, if I may. Can you just pull my screen back up? This could be an indication of what's to come. I presume the screen's on. All of this here, guys, if you look here, there's a red line, this line that runs through. It's essentially a trend. This is the 1 hour chart. I mean, look at this. We just said this. It's the first time I've looked at the 1 hour chart. It's gone green, and we've got a long signal. So this is the short we were just talking about. There's your TP1, TP2 and the 1 hour. We just had a long signal print. And for the first time in some time, this has gone green. No, so when I was just saying to you, we might have found a bottom. We might have found a bottom.
Go long, yeah.
I'm gonna give you FOMO, that's for sure.
Oh no. Okay, well there you go, guys. You know what to do. You know what my strategy is. Mine is I'm waiting for that trend break. Those of you, you can see it's there. The indicator expert is here telling you there could be a reversal. Okay, nice.
Let's see.
Let's see. I've got one more. I've got where are we? Injective.
Oh, I've got that as well. I've got IMX as well if you want that too, but I've got Injective.
I want to talk about Injective. Tell me what you're seeing on your side, but for me, this is Injective on the 4 hour. We have started a little downtrend. Okay, so you can see we've got this little downtrend now. It's active, but we have pinged 618 and horizontal here at 34. Okay, it's interesting. It's looking potentially for me like we're going to get some kind of bounce, and then backup levels 28.5. So that is what I'm watching currently. Ideally for me, Injective, what do we want to see? Something along these lines, something like that. Okay, then we know that downtrend's broken and we're on our way. Okay, so what do you have there?
So I've zoomed in on the 1 hour. You got my screen, yeah, nice one.
Yeah,
so I mean, on the 1 hour, it looks, excuse me, it looks kind of like it's ready. We've got 5 minutes to go till the next candle prints. Okay. What I'm looking for at the minute is this short. Actually, let me just check I've got the settings right. Yeah, I have. So this candle here, so this short is playing out. We have had a TP. If I look at the previous shorts, there's been one and then a second TP. Previous short before that was just one. And there was none on there. So it kind of gives me the impression that you can't rely on take profits for a reliable source because they're always different. So the next thing I look at is the trend catch is obviously a solid red. We have had a TP for the short. Now, what's interesting is if you remember just before when I was saying to you, you kind of use market 𝗖𝗵𝗴𝗶 to follow momentum, and then it thins off at the end, this blue area, and give you a green spot. What we've basically got here, the same before, we've now got the blue has come down. I'm just using basic colors rather than saying things like momentum wave. It's fine just to keep it simple. But this blue strip here, we have come down. It's thinned off. And I would anticipate in the next 4 minutes, maybe when it's the next candle, we may see a green spot up here. And if it's not on this one, it'll be on the next hour candle, most likely. What can happen is it can come down further before it does it again. But Lux Algo is also confirming that we're getting low. This is 8 on the RSI, which is obviously very low. So it's just giving me an indication that this short may be getting to an exhaustion point, and then what we might look to see is a long here, a green spot here, a green spot here, and then we can make our next move. The trend catcher will probably go flat and then level up a bit as well.
So the general picture I'm seeing here, okay, on a lot of these altcoins is 4 hour reset, 8 hour reset, 12 hour nearly there daily. So it's telling me maybe a short-term bounce, short-term recovery, then a little bit more downside, and then the real move. So I think a little bit of patience maybe, But scalpers here, there is something brewing here for the scalpers. You know, there are potential moves here for you guys. But I think the bigger moves, we need to wait. We need to wait for these dailies to really get to the bottom. Yeah, Bruce is in the chat here saying patience.
Yeah,
yes,
I was just going to say, the market size for RSI is lower than it's been. Apart from this one hit here, we have to go quite far back to kind of find the previous lows. They've always kind of finished off around the 60 line, whereas right now we're down at like -80, which is really quite low. So it could be a strong reversal.
Okay, I'm going to pull up NEAR because I'm getting harassed in the chats about NEAR. So guys, let's look at NEAR. I haven't given it enough attention over the last few weeks. And, you know, it was very quiet. And then out of nowhere, this thing started blowing up. And, you know, then I thought, no, we've missed this one. But look, I know you guys love this NEAR. So let's look at it. Here we are. So levels, just, you know, zooming out just to try and get a picture as to where we are NEAR. 3.5 is your main support base. So that is your main area you're playing down, lower down. Let's look at bigger resistance zones and things like that. Okay, so upside for me, for NEAR, I think we could look at around 5 quite easily. That's an area I like. You can see there's a nice thick, juicy weekly area here. So everything from about 4.8 to 5 is a potential target zone for NEAR. Okay, then let's dial in. I see some of the guys are asking, can we long NEAR? Well, if you look at this weekly, you can see this mega rejection here. Let's just dial in on the 1 hour and see what we got. Okay, we just want to pick up trends. We want to understand what the play is at the moment. So what can we see here? We've got a downtrend in play. Okay, we've lost our uptrend that you can see. Okay, so that uptrend has been lost. And now we want to look for some kind of areas, some kind of support zones. Where can we get a bounce? You know, like looking at that injective chart, for example, they look actually quite similar, these two. So we're going to look for some horizontal zones. Okay, and then we want to see where these horizontals, if they start tying in with fibs, and then we get excited or not. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so I prefer this juicy zone down here. You can see why. This is the 1 hour, but you can see we do have some kind of reaction in this region. Okay, so you can see the way these candles react here and this horizontal. Okay, so it's not bad actually. And here's our 618 for NEAR. So okay, that's interesting. 1 hour stock is moving to the bottom. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour has been reset. Okay, so always look at these stocks. You want to. For me, I love to look at the 4 hour. I like the 4 hour as a guide for me. That 4 hour has been reset. Okay, so that's potential sign. Let's look at 8 hour. Okay, 8 hours at the bottom. 12 hour nearly there, and then daily. See, daily's only turning over. So this is a general picture as to what we're seeing here on these altcoins. Perhaps short-term little bounces, but until these dailies are reset, okay, we potentially just looking at stuff like that. Okay, that sort of play.
NEAR literally just gave While You Were Talking a take profit from the short. While you're speaking, the cross came up. Literally.
Pull it up. Okay, so guys,
yeah.
I mean, we're doing a lot of Lux Algo today. We don't normally do this much, but it is tying in quite well.
Yeah, bring it up.
Yep. There you are.
Okay, cool. So I just drew that we're in a descending channel. There's the short. That has just flashed up. Look, it's exactly 4:01. So what I was just saying to you guys now about the hour ticking over, it's a new candle. It's just literally printed. So looking at these RSIs, if I just make this big for you real quick, it's the same story as what we just said before in the other coin. You're waiting for this to come down, thin off a little bit, and then make its move. It's already down near the 60 line, which is good. Anything below the 60 line, which is this line here, this horizontal, gives you an indication that there might be a reasonably strong bounce. If it kind of bounces on the 60 line, then you can see here, you don't get much of a reaction. But if we can get down through it and RSI does that, and then we get the bounce, that's when you get the reaction. So it's just interesting that your timing was absolutely perfect there. While you were talking about it, this flashed up.
Yeah, I mean, I see this. Yeah, it's just playing out everywhere, right? It's all starting to look the same. I don't think we should get too ahead of ourselves, but I mean, things were shorty for the last 24 hours or 48 hours. Now it's time for potential reversals here. There was a question on GRT. So guys, drop me some of your charts that you want now. We're all yours for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Let's look at what you guys have. I've got GRT here. So just yeah, fill up the chat here. Let's see. Okay, we've got questions for ADA, OP, Link. Okay, yeah, Link we need to talk about. Link's hit our TP from Sniper Club, so we're going to look at that one. And Sandra wants Filecoin. Okay, so let's go. Here's
can you do IMX afterwards? It's looking really juicy.
Okay, nice. Is it looking longy?
It's looking very long. I drew a trend line earlier and it's just coming down to it now.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's just see what we got here, what GRT is giving us. I'm trying to just clean this up for us a bit. I had lots of levels here and things previously, but it's been a sort of a slow grind up, GRT, and it's not playing very nicely. It's not playing Fibonacci and things very well for me at the moment. Let's see. Okay, so we've got our horizontals. So this was a big area for us. Okay, so 0.176. Okay, that is a big level that you need to look out for. This is the daily. Okay, so daily candles obviously give us strong support and resistance areas. You can see, look at this daily here. Lots of resistance now, and it's come back and it's tested. So I quite like the look of that. And we've got a trend tie in. So 1760 for me, GRT. Let's see what fibs we have here. Okay, so it's not perfect, okay, but we do have a 382 at 18. Okay, so I like GRT 1760 as your support level. And yeah, simple play again. Let's see what type of bounce we get here. If it moves that low, if we lose this trend, this is the story. This is the play. If it loses the trend, things start turning potentially bearish. And then we start looking at lower areas. But again, what these stocks are telling us is that the dailies still need to come down, but others are talking potential moves higher for the shorter term. So that is the play we're going to see now a lot as we look through these charts. Okay, Filecoin, let's go, and then we're looking at it was IMX.
IMX, yeah. It's made a nice wick while we were talking.
Ooh. Okay, Filecoin, nice, very nice. Okay, so this is, yeah, we were looking at Filecoin yesterday. This is the Filecoin 4 hour, and it's given us what we wanted. Look here, we wanted a trend break. We wanted that retest, and it's playing out so far. So if you are a Filecoin fan, I like this. Okay, here's your trade. Anything down to 5.8, and you could probably stop. If you're using leverage, you probably stop by 2%. Give or take. You just want to be under the lows and under the previous wicks. But look, this Filecoin isn't bad. 4 hours a little bit high, 8 hours high. Let's see. Yeah, look, these stocks. The stocks are a little bit high, but I like the look of this. We had a trend break. We had the retest. It's holding this level. So far so good. And this was, I mean, this was a day. This was a 4 hour range. You can see these highs here. So this was big resistance, 5.8. So 5.8 is now big support until proven otherwise. And then quite simple. If we lose 5.8, we're looking at the range low at 5.25. Okay, so that's the play. Yeah, I think Filecoin can rip. I really think Filecoin, BCH, these guys. I think there's something there.
Just saw somebody in chat saying they can see DOT going to 420.
Big call.
That is a big call.
It's got a big market cap there. Hey? I mean, that must be the size of gold or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's check it. I'm saying it again. Was it IMX?
IMX, yeah.
Illuvium or something.
I don't trade that.
IMX. Here we go. Okay, so you are seeing a juicy, something juicy.
Yeah? So if you hop onto the 1 hour chart, I know you obviously like to zoom out. Yeah. Look what it's done, man. Look at that.
Oh, I'm just getting a picture here for what's going on.
It's amazing what it's done, this coin.
That daily's nearly reset. Okay. 12 hour nearly reset. 8 hour double bottom. 4 hour nearly there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Talk to me. What are you seeing? 1 hour.
I'll show you. If you draw yourself a trend line from back in 6th of December.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. While we've been talking on the 1 hour, it's brought a wick down. It's just lovely.
You're talking about that, huh?
Yeah, I've actually cut out that middle. Yeah, it's just slightly higher up. I took out the middle wick. Yeah, that's it, kind of there. In the last hour, you can see what it's done. Obviously, it's only 7 minutes in. When we were talking before in the previous hour, we were on the previous candle, and I saw it coming down to this line. This is looking beautiful. I mean, this is going to be one of my trades I'll be taking later on today.
Ooh. Okay. Not the worst. Look at that. Horizontals. 786.
Yeah.
Trend. Yeah, could be something. Could be a thing.
I'll be taking this one today.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. There's a long. Horizontals, 786. Trend. Potential range play. Upside, 2.57. Could be something. And quite an easy exit. If you lose, okay, so you can see this wick. There's a nice support marker for you. Okay, we lose this 2.14. You know, then we start looking lower. We start looking 1.9, this sort of region down here. You can see this is a major fib pool, this big region here. Okay, so let's see how we go, but nice little juicy zone. Maybe there's a couple of order blocks and things too. Yeah, there's order blocks here for days.
It's looking good on my Lux Algo as well. Perfect on the indicators.
Okay, there you go. Raza wants to know about ADA. So Raza, we had an ADA trend retest. We had a break and retest on the 8 hour. It was looking okay, but the stocks weren't great for me. Let's see what you guys. Oh, there's a lot of questions for stacks. Stacks. Joy really wants stacks. Joy, I've got you. Okay, let's go stacks. Wait, are you long stacks? Are you underwater? What is the story there? Let us know. Nice little rejections. Okay, so guys, I mean, when you're sitting in longs, you must always identify these major areas. Like you can see this massive rejection zone. Look at these weekly candles. This is stacks weekly. Okay, so you can see when it's pushing into the zone, you know that this is going to be a major resistance area. Okay, so 1.79 was always going to be a trouble zone for stacks as it pushed up. And you can see this mega rejection here that we've had, and now we've lost this other weekly level here at 1.54. Okay, so let's dial into stacks and just try and get our heads around what's happening.
Stacks wants you to enter right now in the 1 hour. not that I'm making anyone bullish, I promise.
Jeez. Okay, so yeah, look, my view is, look, short term maybe bullish, little bouncies, but we need these dailies. These dailies must come down for me. But I mean, it could happen a couple of days and then we're there. So okay, so you like stacks right now on Lux Algo.
So 1 hour. Yeah, you can show the screen if you like. I'll just very quickly show what I'm looking at.
Now I'm just doing some of my own little science here, guys. Just give me a second. Let's give me a moment here.
Scientist. What was it we said? Chartologist. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Fibonacci. That's it. That's all you need to know. Okay, so look, we do have a trend. Okay, so what have I got? I got a trend for you. I got horizontals. I got a 382. The trend is a little bit further away. Okay, for me, we are looking at that sort of area. Ideally, okay. Show me what you've got here. I'm pulling up your screen.
Stacks. Yeah, no worries. Oh, very simple. Previous short, take profit. Green buy. Momentum wave is reset. It's below the 60 line. VWAP has just crossed over the 0 line and it's facing up, which is always a strong sign. Lux Algo is yet to give us the green spot. I imagine that will flash up based on all of these anytime now. So this is looking like it's good. And then, of course, your invalidation point is really very close. You're either below this wick, or indeed potentially below there.
Okay, so guys, if you are playing longs here on stacks, you're looking for exit points if you lose these previous wicks. Okay, so what time frame is that? Is that 1 hour? What have you got?
The 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay, so your potential exit areas, 1.39. You lose that 1.39, that's an exit zone. You lose 1.37, that's another exit area for you. Okay, so those are sort of hot zones you want to watch, and then 1.36. Okay, so those are the main areas. The video kingdom likes XRP. You know what? Because we looked at BCH and Litecoin, I think in honor of the old shitcoins.
Dinosaur.
Let's pull out the old Stegosaurus. Wipe the dust off this thing. Okay, let's see. Maybe, you know, maybe there is something here. I know there's a ton of people still holding XRP. Okay, let's see what we got here. Almost like if I blow on my screen, dust is going to start coming off here. Okay, so what have I got for you immediately? I've got a 50-day MA retest, okay, for XRP. So that is pretty big. We know these alts react with the 50-day MA. Wow. I've also got a 382 retest. Okay, so not the worst zone right here for XRP. I've definitely seen worse. I've taken longs off worse situations than this before. Okay, so what we got here, XRP 0.628, okay, 382 support, 50-day MA, and some horizontals could be worth a little look there. I don't like the size of this rejection. Okay, we've seen this on a lot of these coins. This is the daily. We've seen this mega rejection here, but I like this 0.628. Nice. Okay, then your next area, if that area doesn't hold, look at this nice horizontal here. These are dailies, guys, so we know these dailies are quite strong. 0.61. Okay, that's your next level. So if we don't bounce here, XRP, I would chill. I would wait. 0.61. That is the next area. But the XRP on the daily, not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Okay.
BONK is going up.
You're giving me proper FOMO.
It's just broken my trend line.
I still need to enter this thing. Okay, so yeah, no, it hasn't broken my big trend line yet. Okay, so we've got to be a little bit patient. So guys, remember, this is my plan. BONK wasn't on one of my big levels, so I'm waiting for this major trend break and retest. Then I'm going to go long BONK. So I'm just letting this play out a little bit, but remember, Simon is our indicator expert, and he told us, Lux Algo, 20 minutes ago, was telling us reversal time for BONK. Okay, so it is busy reversing, so let's see how that goes. Closing on XRP, do you touch this thing? You play with this?
Me?
Yes.
I've got a spot back from 450 years ago, which I'm still underwater with.
In the first meeting with Earth.
Mate, I'm looking at this now. There is not a single time frame where this looks like a great trade for me right now.
It's just I think there's better, you know, it's just this all the time. I mean, like you've seen the candles on these others, guys. I don't know, but okay, what I can give you, 50-day MA, 382 and horizontal support, that is factually there, okay? Your next level, you lose that, your next level, 0.61, and that's it. And obviously, we know what happens with XRP, guys. It's quiet, and then it rips 25%, and then the XRP army comes and they start messaging their friends saying, I told you so, it's the strongest coin, and then it rejects, and then we go back.
Community.
Yeah, we go back to normal.
Yeah, I've got nothing to give you on this one at all, mate.
And then there's somebody who was asking for an update. Let's see. ZIL trade update. Okay, so let's look at my 500% trade update. ZIL, let's see where we are. Can we classify ZIL as a dino coin?
Yeah,
it is kind of.
Definitely.
Okay, so ZIL is still in my category of BCH, XRP, Litecoin, all of those type of things. And we're away. So, you know, we got our entry. Our entry was last week, and now it's a patience game. Let it play out. If you've got enough profit, or you feel like you've made enough already from this entry, where were we? Our entry was around 23 down to 22. You know, if you feel like 14% is enough for you, you know, you could always jump ship. I'm sitting in a margin 5x here, so I want to make 500% on this trade, and my target is 0.05 or a stretcher. Those are the two options. They must come for me and take me out, or we are riding it up to 0.05. That is my plan there.
The stretcher, I like it.
Okay, so Marcus says thanks for the update. Okay, and there's a lot of requests for 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗖𝗓. Quickly, let's look at this 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗓𝗓. I have no idea what it is.
Oh no, I remember that. Is it QI? Is that right, or is that something else?
I've obviously looked at this before. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, we were obviously targeting 130% move here. We didn't do badly though. We got about 99% of the way. Okay, so not the worst. Okay, so Benki, obviously major rejection. Now it's moving into weekly horizontals. So I quite like the look of this level. Yeah, okay. 0.0177, okay, 188, or sorry, 178, 177. Not bad. This wick is going to wreck our fibs though. I don't. Let's see. Oof, not bad. Okay. Okay.
Stretching for two.
Okay, so this is how I'm going to play this. Here's your 618. Okay, 0.0175. That is your support level. We lose that. I think this candle gets taken out quickly, and we bang this 50-day MA here at 13, tied in with these horizontals here. Okay, I would say that's pretty much the play. So if it doesn't bounce here at the 618, 00172, you're looking at 00137. That's the play. Okay, Simon, thank you. Fun as usual. Nice to have you on. Nice to talk indicators for a change, guys. Yeah, we'll get Simon on. We'll try and get him on regularly. Remember, Simon is in Sniper Club. So for those of you that don't know what Sniper Club is, well, Sniper Club is the entire sniper team led by Sheldon. You obviously know Sheldon. Mama Sniper's in there. Craig's in there. DJ and David, Bruce. I'm obviously in there. Sniper Club is there, guys. So there is a link in the description if you want to be part of it. Simon is dropping indicator alpha there all day long. I'm updating charts. I'm dropping signals. Sheldon's dropping signals. Everyone's giving setups. It's all happening. Okay, so if you want more Simon, that's where you can find him. Otherwise, be patient, and I'll bring him onto the show. I'll bring him around once a week. So Simon, thank you. Catch you later. Okay, guys, so that's it from me, from the coastal town where I'm sitting in at the moment. I've got another show tomorrow from here, and then next week we are back to normal. I might miss the 1st of January for obvious reasons, but I think we're going to be back to normal on the 2nd, and then we'll be cooking again. I'm just trying to find my exit plan here. Where is it? Okay, there it is, guys. Good luck. Lots of trades, lots of potential setups there for you. Remember, bigger picture for me, I'm looking at a daily reset first, but could be some short-term bounces here currently in the next few hours. So let's see how it plays out. I'm back tomorrow. We'll recap tomorrow. We'll see how we're going. We'll see you then.